We're back. The Kiku is dead. Gone.
Yeah,
Vanished the Shadow Realm.
I killed her.
A fate worse than death.
I tucked her into bed because she just got tired of our shenanigans.
That's not a strong.
Wanted to go sit by herself.
That is not a strong promise.
I swear on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point. No, a spork has like 5 points.
I think it's usually 4, Keith. Or 3. I'm trying to picture a spork right now.
Only 3 points would look weird. I'm counting the wings as points.
The wings?
The thick, curved wedges that are the outermost points of the fork.
Yeah, I'm counting that too.
If it had 3 points, it'd only have one little middle finger.
You know what? That is 2
wings.
That's a good point.
That'd be a weird shape.
I think
spork.
4 is the standard.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. I'm trying to contribute to this conversation.
I don't like sporks because they're neither good at being a fork or good at being a spoon. They're neither of those. They're mediocre at both. As a result of trying to be a jack of all trades, you become a master of none.
It's definitely not a soup spoon. It's at most like a scooping fork. That's a little better at that.
I understand, like, as a child in the
There's also wasteful plastic garbage.
Yeah, that too.
So, like, I'm beyond the part of my life where they have a purpose.
But you're not like in elementary school at a cafeteria anymore.
Yeah. How do you have more of those?
Ooh. Would you like another caviar lunch?
Do those need to be refrigerated? How long are these all sitting out?
I actually don't know.
How many boxes do you have?
She has dry ice in her purse.
Is this your stand? Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? To stop what?
Sit back and observe the judge eating caviar.
What?
We fucked up because my dog made us get up and we lost where we were at.
Oh, to raise an objection about her going the long way around.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, which thing are you objecting to? Her caviar? 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente, you literally told me about this like a week ago.
Yeah, I explained what al dente meant to
explaining al dente to me.
Yeah.
Bernie Madoff strikes again.
I think it means like hard to the tooth or something. It's when your pasta's a little bit undercooked. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
Unimportant.
Yeah, I don't understand what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. You are a criminal. What would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
I don't think you're smart enough.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different.
The judge has the instincts of a killer.
Yeah. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Yeah.
We've delivered like 12 killing blows to her at this point, I feel like, and it keeps not mattering that much.
She's dropped a lot of lunchboxes.
Yeah. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant, and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. Is this happening? Are we getting a second witness? The same trial? Oh my god.
Yes?
I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. With that, court is adjourned.
Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
You already did that joke. That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
He's above that. I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that? Why would we take evidence from the person who's lying to us? Like, she's a bad witness already.
Yeah,
Move on with her life.
The fact that she's held on to this is a bad sign.
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
You're not supposed to do this.
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple decker! How are you this hungry? They're not even that good of lunches.
Well, the caviar apparently is really good.
Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Fuck.
That's bribery. Objection.
Yeah, objection. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Shit, she's doing it again.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up?
No, you didn't. That's also... Is that what she was wearing?
No, it's
What are
not.
those slip-ons?
Those are white shoes. She's wearing black shoes in the picture. It's so obvious. Those are not white shoes.
And those are much taller heels.
Well, I mean, they're vaguely a similar
Those are like
concept.
those are like 1 or 2 inch heels, and these are wedges. That's not even a. That's barely a wedge.
No. It's not really a heel. It's just like a normal heel. Like that's like, just shoe heel. It's
That's
not
just
like
a kloppy little shoe.
heel. Yeah.
And those things she's wearing in the picture are heels.
The high heels. Yeah.
Yeah. These are not. This is not our shoe.
Oh, the victim shoe. Wait, this is the victim shoe. Sorry,
Oh.
I fucked up.
Oh.
That's the man's
Whoops.
shoe. They just look.
Whoops.
They look girly, so I think I instantly thought of.
Yeah, those are. Well, I guess fancy shoes have a surprise amount of heel.
Yeah, that
I'm
could
not
be
used to seeing heels.
that could be a
in general.
man's shoe. You don't. Those are like dress shoes. 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Ms. Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
So here's your idea of her cutting her own hand to intentionally add her blood to the crime scene because she's taken the fall for some reason?
Yeah.
Because why would she have blood at the crime scene if she just walked up and stabbed someone once and they just died? That's all it took. Like, she wouldn't be bleeding. She probably did it herself on purpose because she's just actively trying to make this a hard mode case for us.
Either that or she genuinely did cut her hand on something else
Yeah.
and it just spilled onto the shoes, which is now causing confusion.
What? There was blood found on that shoe.
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
No. That's not what your job is. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with the evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
But why didn't she just bring it up in court immediately?
That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
That doesn't explain why you put it off this long.
Maybe she's trying to make a comeback. Maybe she wants to come back.
Don't call it a comeback. And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention?
No.
I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
Fuck.
Oh my goodness.
The same place?
Yeah.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. I'd tell us, because I don't know what the fuck the rules are in this universe.
Well, I think this might be real. Maybe
Yeah.
this is a real thing.
Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
But
Phoenix, why don't you know the law? And the rules of how your job works.
Edgeworth shouldn't be celebrating because it's still against his.
Yeah, no,
case.
everyone's fucking deranged in this game. No one makes sense.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
I haven't seen that face for a while.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Stop saying that sentence. Stop that sentence forever. I don't like it.
Right.
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. Why is all of your evidence based on just seeing him? Yeah, see?
You can at least study some evidence law, really.
Emma's less deranged in court. She's completely baffling in scenes and investigations. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Why doesn't she have a meter that goes down every time she has a baddie? At some point, you have so many updated testimonies, your meter should be empty, like mine. And he should have been, like, ejected from court for being a shithead.
Who, her or Edgeworth?
Her.
Well,
her meter's empty now. She's had to restart her testimony so many times that she would have lost her like 5 chances.
Well, the meter apparently only applies to lawyers.
That's why it's bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Because it should apply to her more than anyone. Because if she's not a trustworthy witness, then she's not a witness. It's like really basic shit that we can't trust anything she's saying if everything she says keeps being a lie. Just take the photo and then throw her out. It's the only evidence she has.
Thank you, and bye.
You can only take physical evidence because all of her testimony is garbage. And letting her testify when you already know she's lying just lets her create false leads and impressions of what the evidence means when we should just be seeing it in a vacuum if everything she's saying is lying. It's just,
And she's bribing everyone, and
she's sleeping with people to get the evidence she wants. Very reasonable shit, apparently. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Decisive evidence. Is it, though?
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
The results?
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
This one, the suspect is admitting she did it. Yeah, that's a lot of lies to make a false testimony when, like, the fucking defendant is just saying, like, yeah, it was me. Kill me, arrest me, whatever the fuck happens in this universe. I give up. It's like, why is this? Why are we going through all these? Why is she putting so much work in? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. No, murder probably is. And
Cannibalism.
Worse than murder is more murders.
Mass murders, genocide, cannibalism.
Let's just get this over with.
And now, the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
No, you didn't.
No, you did not.
And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime.
Why?
This shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See the fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I think you can lose your food license for carrying
a bloody shoe.
Yeah, you're carrying like gory murder evidence along with all of your food you're serving people.
Well, have you seen the food she serves?
I guess that makes her the cop-up queen.
She tried to serve us an eaten watermelon already.
I'm happy. Oh, seedless watermelon. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Which is a crime. Now, tell us what you did next.
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye.
Why did no one mention that the murder victim was missing a shoe?
I know, like, you think you bring the body back and you're like,
it's like
hey,
a weird detail you should probably bring out.
This dude's missing a shoe.
Yeah. Oopsie. 2 types of blood.
You already did,
so you're on
did
this
that one already.
now.
Yeah.
I keep accidentally proceeding. So you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
And because I'm dating every forensics expert.
Every man.
Every man in the whole world. And
Period.
the whole world will be yours.
The shoe does not appear to have bloodstains, or does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman?
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. Watch it be like the most common blood type.
Yeah. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie.
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well... Blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB.
And then plus and positive and negative.
Yep. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That was a weird thing to say, Phoenix. You're supposed to say you can't tell from a blood test whether or not it's genetically that person's blood. It just means that it's in their quadrant of people.
Yeah.
Non-equal quadrants of people.
Do you know your blood type?
I don't.
You should. It's important.
I don't remember if it's ever come up. I should see if it's on any of my cards.
It wouldn't be on your medical card.
I should see if I just forgot or if I've never known.
You should know that. In case something happens to you, you need to know what blood type you are.
Yeah.
That's what people get, like soldiers get tattooed on them. Sometimes, yeah.
I guess none of my doctors care about me.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm the universal donor. So I can save you.
So I'll just take your blood.
Oh no.
Just find a nice lady in the alley, and you're like, they're full of blood, Miriam.
Don't be greedy with all that blood.
They have lots of blood, Miriam.
I do.
I fucking love that. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. No, they literally have lots of blood.
I have lots of blood, Keith. I can borrow some.
I have many blood.
I have minis of bloods. I'm O blood. I have 4 quart. Man, I just looked like 2 gallons. I think I just looked this up. I think it's 2 gallons of blood. You can have a little bit.
4 quarts and 2 gallons ago.
Brought forth to this nation. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person.
I don't believe you because you're stupid.
Well, that is correct.
Everything you say is wrong, so I don't believe you as a witness.
You can do blood tests to determine if it's someone's blood, but what I'm getting from her statement is that they just know the blood type, which doesn't, narrow it down enough.
Yeah.
Or so I hear.
I don't trust her because she lies so much.
Is not helpful.
Yeah.
Unless we get like an actual blood test that, like a specific person by person blood test, and not just like A, B.
I guess we're supposed to believe Emma's right here, even though she's always wrong. That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time. Sorry, I've got my voice I was doing for a second.
Yeah.
If I had a little more time, I could have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skye's.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that.
The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? That actually doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, I'm curious about what's wrong with the guts.
Peppered fish guts.
I'll take
those. Don't really
fish.
Look like guts. They're
those look like just actual like a slab of fish that was just diced up into weird little gummy worms.
Yeah, it looks like gummy worms.
Yeah, look, that just looks like sashimi, but organized like intestines.
Yeah.
Ooh, like the fun house, like the horror house thing where you stick your hand in and it's like, oh, what's in there?
It's like a bowl of noodles.
Yeah.
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like it your client. She's enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Yes, there's always a problem. Every time, I promise. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction! What an astute point for you to make, Phoenix. I have every bit of faith in you.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
You keep re-revealing something we've already seen. It doesn't work anymore. Stop. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence. By clicking on it?
Oh, it's a shoe with blood on the bottom. There shouldn't be blood on the bottom. Because that means he stepped in blood that was already there. It's gonna be the bottom key.
Why?
Because why would a dead man, if he's dead already, why would he be able to step in someone in blood? He should just fall over.
A lot of blood on the bottom too.
That means he stepped in a puddle of blood. So it's like, he died instantly, he fell over. It's not like as if he was walking around.
I would prefer if I could inspect the shoe and discuss the different things showing up here first, instead of just having to click on it. Instead of having to just present it confidently to the judge. I get the game's read on what they think, what the game thinks about some of these things.
Be like, it's not his size.
It is weird that he stepped in blood.
I just don't know what else it could possibly be. Plus, that was kind of a reveal because that blood wasn't shown from the front of the shoe. So the fact that you're able to rotate it is
because it's new information right now, basically.
And it's a new technology, is the ability to rotate. So they want you to look at the bottom of stuff.
New technology. And yeah, if he died in one stab wound, he probably would have fallen over.
He's not like walking around.
So so like even if he touched the blood, he probably wouldn't so cleanly like flat foot directly into it like this.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there's not a lot of other things to look at on this thing, so take that, bro. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Everyone hear this? Arrest her?
Everyone's like, mm-hmm.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife.
Idiot.
What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of a shoe?
Blue badger, blue badger.
Blue badger. Blue badger, blue badger, show us your blue. There's no blood on the floor.
Yeah, it could be that. Could be that. What does the knife say again? Does it say anything? Like, it doesn't say like he died instantly or anything. Trace of the victim's blood.
No prints.
It doesn't say anything about her blood though, it just says victim's blood.
Yeah, I still think the body was moved. Probably by them when they're planting this so that they can frame someone. But then the wrong person showed up or something. That's my idea.
I think it could be the, what you were saying. It's one of those two. It's either the knife or it's the, picture of the no blood.
I think it's the fact that the scene has no blood on the floor. Let's find out. Kill me. To death. The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime?
Nice. Good job, Keith.
Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. It's a little startling when they come in front of the evidence like this. I didn't know they could be here. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Just arguing now.
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Wait, you're not allowed to check out this scene. You're fired. Order, order. Well, witness?
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint?
Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
They moved the body, just like in the other cases. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. Phoenix. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. Because she's the murderer. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint of the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Did she say that last time?
Yeah, she did.
I was like, what? Because I fixated on the oil drum. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that,
Was the body in the oil drum?
Is the grease on the jacket from the oil drum?
Was she in the oil drum?
Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness. Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. It washed away all the footprints.
Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean. Are you about to say that they wiped away the footprints with it?
Yeah.
Because in the photo there's no footprints and the oil drum's still standing up.
Yeah.
So this is dumb.
Yeah.
Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. I don't think that would work.
No.
Just like a bucket of water tipping over and just like kind of running over an area for a bit. Won't just like delete all the blood.
The blood is like more viscous.
Yeah,
and it
would just make it smeary.
when it starts like drying, it gets really sticky.
You can't just instantly get rid of it like that. Is there even a drain nearby to take all the blood to?
Wouldn't anyone notice there's a bunch of water everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, even if it evaporated, like where's the blood going? Was there like a drain right there to wash it all into?
You're just diluting it.
Everyone's getting finishing moves on them today. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left in the victim's shoes tie her quite cleanly to the murder. Do they? Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? Yes, but why? That's not how knives. Why is she bad at knives?
Yeah, you don't hold it from. You don't hold it on the blade part.
She only stabbed him once. How do you fuck up and cut yourself?
Well, because she didn't.
Yeah.
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
But Mr. Wright, do something, please.
I keep thinking the next thing we do is going to make the, like, day 2. We need to look at this further, but then we keep going. What can I do? Your sister's confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
The court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Where's our miracle? There it is. There's always a miracle.
What? Oh, is she gonna get? Is she about to turn on them because the girl just said that she's on the prosecution's side?
Oh.
Oh.
Little girl, what did you just say? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Look, it's food. That looks like food.
It doesn't look very good to me.
I'm not sure what it's in it. Is that egg and beans?
I don't know.
With cabbage? what
maybe those are
that stack?
Maybe that's flavored, different flavors of rice. Like I've seen like yellow rice, like it's like a, you know, like flavored rice. I don't know.
It's just two different flavors of beans and it's just horrible.
Ugh.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. Why are you just obscuring all your evidence? Stop it. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare me, the cough-up queen. Look at this. What? Where? Look at the muffler, Keith.
There's something in the muffler. I was right. I was right. How do you translate this to Japanese? Are they also called the same word?
What is the license plate?
36V9. I think.
Okay, so that wasn't like that number we got.
Yeah, he has belts on his wrists.
On our
That
notes.
is so weird.
I've seen jackets like that.
But they look weird. A photograph.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Oh my god, Judge. Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Mia. I'm sorry, Mia. Wow.
Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
The towel. Ah.
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another look. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
Lose yourself in the moment. You only get one shot.
Mom spaghetti.
This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Stop him. Stomp. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? No, you're incompetent.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
It's time for you to go to the ranch.
You're ready to...
The ranch where, like, all of our pets go to.
Up in the sky.
Whatever it is, can't it wait?
Put him out,
no?
out to pasture.
No, it can't. Then it would be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. He doesn't have an answer yet. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
Yeah, I think those have to be thoughts, because or else you'd just be saying this to everyone.
Yeah, they need to make up their mind about how they're communicating text, because people keep responding to those things, but only sometimes. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. I guess I can handle a whole second hour of trial in my professional day. It's like these are over so fast anyway, unlike real trials. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
Photograph.
Look at this graph. The muffler.
I don't know if I want to tell everyone about that.
The knife is still in his body, but there was trace blood, apparently. No, I can't save.
Is that the right shoe? Oh fuck, you can't save?
Yeah, I can't save.
Uh-oh.
Better click on the right spot or I die or something. Well, there's no flashing health bar, maybe we're okay.
I don't really...
What's in his lap? Does he just have a weirdly long shirt?
I think it's just his coat. It's like a long coat. Maybe it is the muffler you have to point at?
The twist is that this is a meter. This is a picture of Lana. She's dead. Is it just the muffler?
Maybe. I mean, like I said, it's very clear in the picture that Lana isn't sitting in water at all. That would have been more apparent.
What water?
Like, there's water there.
Yeah,
but
it's reflective.
In the photograph of Lana, she's definitely not standing in water.
Well, it's because this photograph appears to be after she was caught.
Yeah.
That's when they'd be able to take the photo at this range. I think it's just the muffler thing.
Yeah.
But I'm about to pay the consequence of it being wrong. The problem is this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You just said muffler.
That's a funny word.
However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
What
Oh my god, is the muffler in the muffler? And why is that important?
I like how the judge doesn't think about a car muffler at all.
Yeah. A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. Wow. How old are you? Are you older than cars?
He rides his bike to the courthouse every day.
Cars? What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You're the one who keep fixating on the muffler. It was you that made this evidence.
Yeah, you shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. It's the one thing she said on the phone.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
The phone where she said muffler?
Yep. Oh god, I'd die if I'm wrong.
Whee! I don't think you're wrong about this one.
Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler?
Could it be the muffler you heard mentioned? Was actually this exhaust pipe? Yeah? If so, that means the piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Oh.
Did we finally beat the day? This was a big one. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew. That was close. But we made it. At least for now. The court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Wait, it's lunchtime. We still have a whole fucking... We're not even done with this day.
Jeez Louise. Maybe this is a one day. Maybe it is a one day.
No, I think that's just how long this this case is going to be. That we're going to have multiple sessions per day to deal with the fact that there's a 3-day rule. So they're going to come back with a cloth, and then we're going to continue the trial.
I can't imagine how much more...
Somebody made a comment that's claiming the last case was going to be half the playthrough.
Whoa, goodness.
I don't know. I mean, we're obviously taking a break, but Jesus Christ. It's lunchtime after all.
It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? At midnight? Lunchtime? To be continued.
Whoa.
This is how they work it around to make the cases longer, is that you just have to make more happen per day, because there's a 3-day in-universe limit that they're hamstrung by now, because they...
Yeah, because they already made that such a big deal.
Yeah. Now they can't undo it. Not unless somebody becomes mayor and rewrites legal policy. Well...
Which someone should.
Strap in, everyone.